so much. Again, fire away, bud.
Hey, thanks, Dave. Thanks, Jim. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. I just wanted to spend a little bit of time today addressing something that's coming up pretty regularly when I talk to people that are out in the field with questions on the product. And it seems like we don't mention enough that the fact is that whenever you take a stimulant, it doesn't really matter what stimulant, but anytime you take a stimulant for any extended period of time, you're going to run into adrenal fatigue. Adrenal fatigue is something that comes before adrenal exhaustion. And you certainly don't want to get into adrenal exhaustion. So adrenal fatigue is what I'm picking up on. And that basically is coming from the fact that most people don't know this is a pulse product. A pulse product is something you take for a stretch and then you take a break. And the reason for that is that your adrenal glands are very small, situated on top of your kidneys, about the size of a peanut. And they hold the adrenal gland juice, and this is what you get to use normally in a fight or flight situation, whether you're in a stress situation or a dog is chasing you or you're trying to defend your kid from a bully. These rushes that we get from adrenaline are very familiar, and they're very powerful. And when you take a stimulant like caffeine, or any of the organic botanicals that have residual caffeine, yerba mate, the cacao, the green tea, these things add up, and they tap your adrenals ever so slightly. Not enough to feel that shock or fright, but enough to raise your metabolic rate to you're burning more calories per hour than normal. And, of course, this is why caffeine is one of the, 4 American traditional addictions. If you live in America, you've probably had to cross the threshold for sugar, caffeine, nicotine, tobacco, alcohol. These are things that we learn to use properly, and they have great benefit, and they do function to help us relax and get more done. But at the end of the day, you're stressing the adrenal gland, and this is very important that we learn, especially B-Light, which is a very potent product, that we need to take a day or two off after a good 7 to 10 day run, depending on the person. Some people have adrenals with a little bit more. Some people have adrenals with a little bit less. But the problem lies that if you continuously take the adrenal stimulant without any relaxation or day off, then you're stressing the body, and the response then is to lower the adrenals and try to put them in the rest mode, and that will make you tired or sleepy. If you take something stimulating like a B-Light and you feel like taking a nap within an hour, you are in adrenal fatigue territory. So you definitely want to watch out for that. And it's something that I have over the years realized that if you want consistent results with the B-Light for energy, appetite suppression, weight loss, and all the other goodies, you're going to have to focus on picking a day where you take nothing. You take maybe all the other products. You can take B-Light or B-Safe or whatever else, but you certainly shouldn't take anything stimulating. And that includes having your cup of Mojo or just caffeine. So we're trying to eliminate all stimulants, and that will rest the adrenal. Your hormones then will pick up the slack, and your thyroid will kick in. The thyroid and the adrenal basically are seesaw, and when the adrenals are up, the thyroid relaxes. When the thyroid is up, the adrenals relax. So we want to take something nutritious during our day off that would help us get through it without what I hear, which is the biggest complaint, that they feel crappy. People feel yucky. They feel draggy. They dread their day off. And for those that are trying to follow the protocol, it's just not their favorite day. So a lot of people just lay around in bed, which is exactly what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to relax and not be stimulated. Your brain is not going a mile a minute, and you're not doing all of the wonderful things that you can get done on B-Light. You mow the lawn, clean out the garage, fold 5 baskets of laundry, whatever you need to get done gets done. But one day has to be set aside. And the math is pretty simple. Let's say on Saturday, you take your last B-Light at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And that's going to stay in your system for at least actively a few hours. You're going to feel it, maybe 4 or 5 hours, you're going to feel it. But then you won't feel it, but it's still in your system and still addressing your adrenals. So it's going to take 18 to 14 hours, 8 to 14 hours to get out. So completely out of your system, all stimulants. So you're going to be from 3 in the afternoon until 3 in the morning getting off of it. And now 3 in the morning until 3 in the afternoon Sunday. That's 24. That should do it. That's 2 rounds, and that should do it. So if Sunday's your day off, then you pick something, like a late Saturday afternoon, and that's your last dose until Monday. Now, a lot of people can't do this, and they just simply want something to help them through their day off because they're used to the stimulation, they're used to the energy levels, and they're used to the productivity that comes with that. So we, without getting too far into it and revealing too much, we have figured out a product that you take on your days off, whether it's 1 or 2 days off, that recharges the adrenals and supports that system, the endocrine system, so that you can have a really nice day off with energy, but without direct stimulation from caffeine or any of the organic botanicals that contain the caffeine. So we're working on this. I think we might call it Be Free, and this will be something you also take for an extended period of time if you are told by a doctor or medical professional not to take any stimulants because you've had, a foot surgery or something like that. Be Free is a great thing to take on those orders. And the other thing is a lot of people want to take a PM dose, something with dinner. Currently they're taking B Light, they're taking B Pro, but they can't take anything stimulating in the evening for dinner because it'll keep them up. So this Be Free will be perfect for dinners because it will have appetite suppression, it will have the B vitamins and all of the magnesium and all the great stuff that you need to feel good, but without direct stimulation. So I think this is a critical piece of the puzzle that we're missing. And I think, whenever Dave says, we're going to probably swing into action to give this opportunity, this particular product, make it available to the huge pile of people that is growing very rapidly, in Nutrisale. It's just one of those things. I don't want to get too far ahead, but everybody needs to take a day off to get the B Light to work the way they're supposed to work. And without that day or two off, it's very difficult to do over the long run. So I can't wait. Yeah, I can't wait, and I can't wait for Dave to give us the green light.